You may have gone into a parking garage before, and when you exit, you don't even need your ticket because it already knows that you were there. Or maybe you were driving down city streets and got a ticket later in the mail, didn't even know when and where it happened or what was going on. It could also be that you were driving and you were sent told later on because they knew that you were driving by. A lot of this technology uses license plate readers, but it goes even deeper than that. An area of surveillance that is growing so rapidly is ALPR, automatic license plate recognition. They are camera and AI surveillance systems that track license plates. One of the major surveillance companies is Flock Safety. And just so you know, whenever a company like this uses safety, they always mean surveillance. Often advocates of LPRs, license plate recognition or license plate readers, say that it's less invasive than facial recognition, but I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. Of course, we know the police are all over this, but companies like Flock, this is from their website, are also focusing on many other areas. Neighborhoods through homeowners associations, also healthcare, universities, and schools even. Here's one sample of how an LPR works, and you can see everything. Of course, the make, model, and color of your car, but also your face is in there. There's any distinctive characteristics of your car, but more importantly, it's also your behavior, when you come and go, how often, what time. All of that information is also recorded. And similar to Amazon Ring devices and doorbells that become a direct connection to police, the same can be said for companies like Flock, which allow you to connect to their network, which in turn allow authorities and police to go through your information, which in turn allows police to track cars. Say, for instance, your neighborhood decides through the HOA to have Flock cameras throughout its neighborhood. You've now not only set up an entire surveillance system for the police, but neighbors can also spy on each other. These systems often compare license plates to wanted lists, and there's no real study that shows that these kinds of systems decrease crime at all. They are, in my opinion, as with all surveillance, created to criminalize those who are outside of the white, cis, het, colonial, patriarchal, ableist system. DFlock is a website that keeps track of surveillance sites like Flock Safety, and they've tracked out of the 9,200 LPR systems worldwide, over half of them are in the United States. This is one just with a close-up of the US, and you'll see there are LPR systems everywhere. Here's one of the Bay Area, and also just notice the concentrations as well as how that compares to the demographics I was talking about. As with all surveillance within Empire, say no. If your neighborhood is discussing this or thinking about it or has it, no, say no.